Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be trying a bunch of new makeup. If you saw my New York City haul a few videos ago, I shared the makeup that I got in New York City recently and I haven't tried any of it yet. So we're going to try all of those things today, and I also have a few random things that I've picked up and haven't tried. So trying tons of new makeup today. If you are new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty content here on YouTube. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get started with the makeup. All right, let's get into it. The first product we're gonna try is actually more of a skincare product. So we're gonna start with this. This is the Refi Eye Balm, and I got this at Sephora in New York. And I got this because Martina Lily here on YouTube always raves about this, and I'm all about an eye balm. Lately, I've been using the Versed eye balm at night. It's the retinoid eye balm, and I love that stuff. But I've never tried an eye balm like during the day or before makeup, so I'm very excited to test this out. So it kind of looks like a chapstick. It's just in the classic gray packaging from Refi. And yeah, it looks like a lip balm. Ooh, okay, so it feels very, very slippy. I just kind of went like this on the back of my hand. So I don't have eye cream, or I do have an eye cream on, but I applied it like an hour ago. So typically I would reapply something under my eyes before I go in with corrector and concealer. I didn't do that today. I just did my regular skincare routine, but it's been about an hour. So let's go in with this eye balm. It has like a cooling feeling to it, like a really cool feeling. That's so interesting. Wow, okay, yeah, it feels like a metal applicator, but it's not. Very interesting. I need to look at the description of this and see if it claims to be cooling, but definitely feels very cooling under the eyes. Feels amazing. I have no idea if that was too much. I have no idea. But we'll just stop there, and I'm gonna kind of tap it in with my finger under my eyes, but that felt very good. All right, I'm gonna let that kind of sink in before we apply anything under my eyes, and I'm actually gonna use this today. This is the Purito Cica Clearing BB Cream. Now, I have tried this one other time. I actually forgot I bought this a while ago on Amazon, and I was looking through some of my drawers where I keep like PR makeup and just things that I purchased and haven't used yet, and I saw this in there about 2 weeks ago, and I pulled it out and used it, and I actually really liked it. It's very, very similar to the Misha BB cream, if you're familiar with that. It's very, very similar to that, except this one does not have the strong smell that the Misha BB cream does, which I prefer. I don't love the smell of the one from Misha. And I can't really decide about this color. This is the shade number 21, light beige. The other day when I used it, after I blended it in, I thought it was fine. It definitely looks kind of gray at first, but after I applied the rest of my makeup, it looked fine to me in shade 21. I feel like the Misha BB cream is the same way. The shades in there, or in that product, kind of have like a gray undertone at first, but then they kind of morph to your skin tone or something. I don't know, it's very odd, but I did really like this when I wore it a few days ago. So I figured we'll use it again today. In fact, I've been trying more products from Purito, and I have discovered a moisturizer from Purito that I am absolutely in love with. In fact, I should have brought it in here so I could show you, but I'll put it up on the screen here so you can see. It's called like the Sea Algae Water Cream or something like that. It's in like a white and blue tube. It's kind of in the same packaging actually as this. But holy moly, I bought that and just started using it like a week ago, and I love that moisturizer for underneath makeup. It is so, so nice. All right, so there it is on my skin. I think it's really, really pretty. As you can see, it's not full coverage by any means. It's a BB cream, but honestly, for a BB cream, the coverage is pretty good. I'm gonna just leave it like this and not build it up because we are gonna use a new concealer, and I'm gonna use that under my eyes and on my face to add a little bit more coverage. But for corrector under the eyes, this is not brand new, but I've been using these for a few weeks. I did a video on them, the new Tarte Creaseless correctors. I have been using these and I really, really like these. I actually took this with me to New York. This was the corrector that I used, and I really, really like them. This one is the shade Peach. I also have Peachy Pink. I've been using Peach more than Peachy Pink, but I've used both. I just reach for the Peach one a little bit more. But I'm curious to see how this is going to apply overneath, or not overneath, over the top of that balm. And I'm just gonna tap this in under the eyes. Yeah, this formula from Tarte, I love. I like this one so much better than the Shape Tape color corrector that they came out with last year. I like this so much better. It is so incredibly thin under the eyes, but it has decent pigmentation, so it does a really good job of correcting under eye darkness, and it layers well. I really like these and recommend. The corrector looks incredibly smooth under my eyes over that eye balm. So I have high hopes. I have high hopes for that Refi Eye Balm because it looks very hydrated and smooth under my eyes, but not too much. Like, it's a very skin-like finish right now, which I love. So this, so far, so good. Very excited to keep using that. But for concealer, I do have actually I have two new ones, but I'm gonna use this one today. This is from the brand Iris and Romeo. It's the Best Skin Days Treatment Concealer. I picked this up in New York City in the Credo store that I went to, and this was not really on my radar. I was just kind of playing around with it in store, and I liked the color, so I decided I'd give it a try. So this is shade number 4 right there. And actually it's looking a little bit darker and a little more yellow now that I've gotten it home. It did not in the store. In fact, that's why I bought it, because I remember swatching it and thinking, ooh, that looks like a really good tone for me. So we will see. It feels extremely, very hydrating, very, very hydrating, but not super thin. It's kind of a thicker, almost like a gel texture. So I'm gonna take some on my face as well, because I wanna see, well, I wanna get some more coverage right here, but I also wanna see how it does on my skin. Okay, I'm gonna start with my foundation brush and start blending this out. I'm using the 106 from BK Beauty. If anyone knows anything about this concealer, let me know. I don't know that I've heard anyone talk about it. I've heard a little bit about this brand, but not a ton. So let me know if you have tried anything from them. Let's use this brush. This is the 110 from BK Beauty. Definitely more yellow than the Purito BB cream, but I think it might look even more yellow because that Purito BB in 21 has like a gray undertone, so anything that's more yellow is definitely going to stand out a little bit more, but I think once we blend it in, it's fine. Okay, so I just pulled that concealer up on Sephora. It says it is a treatment concealer with vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide. And it says it's a supercharged eye serum and dark spot treatment inside a medium coverage hydrating concealer. Medium coverage, natural finish. I would agree with the natural finish, and I would agree with the medium coverage. It's interesting that it says it has dark spots treatment in it, because I have just noticed, like in the last few weeks, I have what I'm guessing is melasma, I guess. And I'm starting to get it like right here on both eyes, like kind of right on the top of my cheekbone right here. And it's not a ton, but it's definitely there. So that's a new thing for me. So if this could help with that, that would be nice. I'm definitely not a huge fan of the color now that I have it home. I think it's yellow again. I swear when I looked at this in the store, it looked so neutral. That was why I bought it. So I don't know. Maybe this is one I could mix with something else. And it, like I said, it could also be just because the BB cream has that gray undertone, so the contrast makes it a little bit more noticeable. Anyways, it does look really nice and smooth as of right now under my eyes, and it blended in beautifully on my face. So not a huge fan of the color, but I won't knock it too much for that. All right, let's move along. What should we use next? So I have a cream blush and I have a powder bronzer. I always want to do bronzer before blush, even if I have a powder bronzer and a cream blush. I don't know, in my head, I want to use the bronzer first, even if it's powder. So the blush that I have is the Mario one, the Soft Pop Blush Veil, which this is just a new shade in Strawberry Sunset. I have used these many, many times, and I want to say they do fine over powder. So I'm actually going to set my face first with a little bit of powder, and then we'll do bronzer and blush. So I have a new powder, and this is not something I bought in New York. This was sent to me in PR, but it's the Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set powder. I have not heard like anything about this, so I don't know anything about it really. This is the shade Fair, and it looks really light. Let's swatch it and see if it shears out. It looks pretty light when you swatch it, but I'm thinking it will probably kind of shear out when we apply it. I'm just going to use this brush because this is what I have out, and I've been loving this lately, the Smashbox Sheer Powder brush. And I'm just going to lightly set my face with this. I don't want a ton of powder, but I do want to make sure my powder bronzer goes on as smoothly as it can. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this to set my face. That powder actually looks really good. My skin looks super smooth and kind of airbrushed up close just after using that powder, but not heavy or cakey in any way. So nice. Has anybody tried this? I have not tried much from Jouer at all. All right, let's move into bronzer. We actually have two bronzers, but we're going to use this one, the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Transforming Bronzer. This one I also purchased because of Martina. Martina has been raving about this bronzer, so I cannot wait to try it. I like the look of the packaging, this like tortoise, I really like. It's definitely very flimsy and not super heavy, FYI, but I do like the look of the packaging. Let me grab my brush. I'm gonna use my favorite number 5 from Refer. I'm gonna kind of wipe it off because this is the only one I have and it probably needs to be washed, but I want to use this brush. So this is the shade Light. So it picks up a lot of product. I love the color of this number 2 in shade Light because it has some warmth, but it's, oh yeah, I can already tell. I loved the undertone of this color. It's like perfect. I would say more of like a neutral tone. You do get some like kick up in the pan when you stick your brush in, just FYI, but it seems to still apply really well. Sometimes with formulas like that, I've noticed that they don't blend as well or apply as well on the skin, but this one is applying beautifully. Taking some on my nose too. Okay, yeah, that color of bronzer, love it. So neutral, which I'm always trying to find in a bronzer, and it's hard. It's very, very hard, but that is Absolutely beautiful. It's so just natural looking, very silky, smooth looking on the skin. I really like that. Really like that, which I'm not surprised by because Martina doesn't steer me wrong, you know? Okay, let's move into blush. I did get one of the new shades in the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop blush veils, which I already own 4 of these. I love this product. I just love a balmy, somewhat sheer blush. That's just like my favorite type of formula. And he came out with 4 new shades. I did swatch this one already, so that's why you see a fingerprint in it. But these shades were called the Brights, and they're very bright shades. So that is Strawberry Sunset right there. But this formula, if you've never tried it, is very sheer. Very similar to the Skin Enhancer, the Bronzing Skin Enhancer. Very similar to that, just in a blush tone. So that is Strawberry Sunset right there. And you can see they sheer out quite a bit. So they do look bright, but they don't go on that bright if you don't want them to. So we're gonna use this. And I've seen him use this color so often on his Instagram. So I can't wait to use this shade. I'm gonna use the 109 from BK Beauty to apply this, and I'm gonna kind of tap this one off on the back of my hand. Also, typically with this formula, I don't, but I'm gonna do it with this shade just because it is like on the brighter side. And from what I remember, this works fine over the top of powder, so hopefully I'm remembering that correctly. But I just love this bright, like poppy pink. I mean, look. So pretty. And like I said, if you want more pigment, you can definitely get that with this. I'm just going in really light-handed with it because I don't want a ton of color, but you could definitely get way more than this if you wanted to. So there is Strawberry Sunset. Absolutely love the color. Okay, absolutely love this blush color. Oh my gosh. I actually loved all of the shades he came out with, all the bright ones. I just thought I would use this one the most. But if you like these like bright poppy pinks, this one is so pretty. Okay, my under eyes look so good right now. And I don't know if it's the concealer or the under eye balm. I would bet it's probably the under eye balm, but they look really smooth, not super creasy. I'm very happy with them thus far. But I do have a new under eye powder. This is not a new product, but it's new to me. The Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes. I have been wanting to try this, and I've tried to purchase it a few different times and it was out of stock in store, but I was able to find it in New York. So we're gonna try this today. I mentioned this in my New York City haul, but a few months ago, someone left a comment on one of my videos. I forget what video it was, but I guess I was talking about not ever finding like my perfect under eye powder. And this person said that they loved this. This was like their holy grail product. So we are gonna try this today. And I mean, this is like incredibly finely milled. Like it is probably one of the most finely milled things I've ever tested ever. Apart from maybe the Pat McGrath under eye powder, the pressed one. This kind of reminds me of that, but like the loose version. I like the Pat McGrath one, but I don't love it. It's not like holy grail, but I hope I like this. But let me make sure I don't have any creasing under my eyes before we go in with this. Let me know if you have tried this before. So there's like a tiny little bit of creasing like right here, but very, very little. I'm gonna use a brush today. We're gonna use the N14 from BK Beauty. Or maybe we'll do a puff on the other side and we'll just do the brush on one side. So I'm really working it in there in the brush, and I'm just gonna tap this under my eyes. Yeah, I feel like I'm always trying to find my perfect under eye powder, and that's one thing I feel like I haven't found, like my absolute favorite, you know? Okay, so that eye has the powder. Okay, it looks good from a distance. Oh yeah, actually it looks really good. Very, very smooth, blurred, but not heavy or cakey, so that's a good sign. All right, I'm gonna do since I like it with the brush, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna do the brush on the other side. But let me know if you have tried this product. I feel like I don't hear many people talk about this, but it could also be just because this is not a new product. I think this has been out for a really long time. But let me know if you've tried it. Okay, let's move into eyes. I did my brows and I used this. I've been loving this product, the Build-A-Brow from Maybelline. I used the shade, well, where is the shade? I think it's soft brown, or no, medium brown, but I really like this. But let's move into eyes. I have several eye products, and I think we're gonna start with this. So this is from the Nordstrom anniversary sale, and I think they're still in stock, I'm pretty sure. But this is the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow stick set. So you get 3 of the full-size long-wear shadow sticks in here. And I love this formula, so I figured we could use these. And then I also have an eyeliner, and I have a powder eyeshadow as well. But let me swatch these for you quickly. Okay, so we have the shade Shell, Moonstone, and Smoky Topaz, but aren't those 3 just really pretty? So I figured we will first go in with Shell, which is like a light, kind of like a pinky beige color. And I'm just gonna kind of apply that all over the lid. I'm gonna blend that out with the Rephr #1 brush. And this will kind of just act as like a base too, kind of like a primer. Kind of, or it actually really reminds me of the Sigma eyeshadow base in Persuade. The shade Shell is very similar. It's also kind of similar to MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. But I love eyeshadow sticks. All right, now I'm gonna take Smoky or actually, before we go in with that, I'm gonna go in with some of the Lancome bronzer that we used. And I'm gonna put this in my crease. Because oh yeah, so this is a fabulous crease color. I could already tell when I applied this on my face earlier. It's a perfect like neutral transition shade if you're around my skin tone. I love this. This bronzer formula, Martina was very right. It is so nice, so silky, smooth. And then I want to use Smoky Topaz, but I was thinking of using that like a smudged liner. But I also have the Bobbi Brown liner stick that I got as well. This is the jungle color, which is like the green. Well, let's first go in, I guess, with Moonstone, which is the one that has the most shimmer in it. This shade, oh my gosh, yeah, that's so pretty. I saw Andrea Ali using this in a video not long ago. I forget which video it was, but she was using this on her lids and she was talking about how much she loved the shade Moonstone, like right in the center. Because it has shimmer in it. It's like a light shimmery gold. But she was saying she liked to use it right in the center of the lid. And it kind of gives that like wet shadow look when you look down. Looks very different on her because she has those gorgeous, beautiful, large eyes, like with all the lid space. I would absolutely die to have her lid space on her eyes, but I do really like that shade in Moonstone. So I'm gonna go in with Smoky Topaz now. And I'm gonna apply this on the outer corner like I would eyeliner. And then I'm gonna use this little baby brush. This is a 209 from BK Beauty. And I'm just gonna kind of go over it and smudge it out. So this shade, this shadow stick is really pretty. It's not too intense if you don't want a lot of intensity. This color is a little bit more sheer, more so than a few of the other colors that I have. Like this one's a little less pigmented than like smoky bronze, or not smoky bronze, golden bronze. That one's a little bit more intense, more pigmented. This one's a little bit more muted, but how pretty is that shade? But I do love the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks. I think they're one of the best on the market. They're so easy to work with. So I'm just going over it because I want it to look very there, but not really, you know? All right, now we are gonna use this Longwear cream liner stick. This was also a Martina Lily recommendation. I got the shade Jungle, which is a really dark, kind of like a khaki green, which I love so much. If I'm going to use a color, green is definitely one of the colors I love most. So that's it there. It's definitely still pretty deep, but it has that really gorgeous khaki tone to it. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing I did with Smoky Topaz, but I'm going to switch to an even smaller brush. This is a 204 from BK Beauty. And I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of apply a little bit more precisely than I did with Smoky Topaz. And I'm going to kind of go in my waterline with this also. So I just kind of went over it, and then I'm taking that tiny BK Beauty brush and just kind of going over it, smudging it out so it looks lived in, you know? I love a lived in eye look, something that is there but doesn't look like you spent 4 hours on it, you know? Yeah, so I'm guessing this formula is the same as the cream shadow stick because it feels like it is. It obviously has like the pointed end so that you can use it like eyeliner, but the formula feels like the cream shadow sticks. I love the Bobbi Brown shadow stick formula because you have some time to kind of play around with it, but then once they kind of set down, they stay. They set down. I'm going to take a little bit of Smoky Topaz on the 204 brush, but I'm getting it directly on the brush instead of drawing it on because I don't want a ton of this. I just want a little tiny bit of this. And I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the Lancome bronzer, just to add that back because I feel like I blended some of it away earlier. Okay, I don't have a new mascara, so I'm going to do that quickly off camera, and then I'll come back and we will finish up with lips. Okay, last for the lips, I have two different lip liners. I'm not really sure which one I want to use. I have the RMS Go Nude lip pencil in the shade Nighttime Nude. And I also have the Jones Road lip pencil in the shade Tawny Nude. So I'll swatch them both. So this is Tawny Nude right here. And this is Nighttime Nude. Nighttime Nude is a little bit more cool toned than Tawny Nude. This one's a little bit warmer. This one kind of more of a warm nude, and this one's kind of more of a cooler or more neutral nude. But the lip I want to pair this with is one of the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Lip Serums. And the one I want to use is the shade Watermelon Glow. So this is Watermelon Glow. So I'm almost wondering if Tawny Nude would go better with that. Honestly, I could probably do either. So I'm gonna line with Tawny Nude. And these lip liners from Jones Road are just classic pencil wooden lip liners. It's very creamy, but not like in a bad way. Feels like just the right amount of creaminess. I love that color. Very, very nice. And then the Moisture Glow Lip Serum. I don't know how many of these I have from his original launch. I love this product. If you like that extremely juicy, wet lip, these will give you that. Yeah, love the color. And again, this is Watermelon Glow. Okay, one more thing I want to try. I've never used this before. I got this in PR recently. It's the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. I haven't heard anything about this either, but it says it will keep your makeup on and it will be transfer proof for up to 36 hours. That is a very long time. It says it's waterproof, sweat resistant, clothes resistant, smudge resistant, phone resistant. So this is supposed to keep your makeup on all day. I'm wondering how it compares to the One Size setting spray. I haven't tried that one actually, but I know that's a really popular one. And it's in like an aerosol can like this. So I am very nervous to try this. I always get nervous when I use new setting sprays because you just don't know. And I feel like this one's gonna spray at you like intensely. Let's see. So it's like hairspray. But let's try it. I don't know if I evenly got my face. It says to like go around your face in a circle, but I don't really know if I got myself evenly. Actually, the sprayer is intense, but it's very fine. So it sounds like more harsh than it actually is. But interesting. I don't know anything about this. Let me know if you tried it. All right, that is everything we're gonna try today. As always, when I do these videos, I like to kind of go through the products at the end and kind of give you my overall thoughts on them quickly. So we'll start with the under eye balm. Okay, this, I really like it so far, and I think this may be a new like everyday staple for me just because I really like how everything has gone on under my eyes. It looks very smooth, hydrated, just really good. And it felt good. It felt like it had like a cooling sensation to it. I will obviously keep using it and let you know, but my first impression of this is very, very good. The Purito BB cream I really like. This is only my second time trying this, so I want to wear it some more, but I love the way it looks. I think it's very pretty, very natural. The color, I think once I get the rest of my makeup on, is fine, so don't let the color scare you if it looks a little bit gray on you. I don't know if all the shades pull gray or if it's just number 21, but I think this is a beautiful product. Very impressed with Purito in general. The Iris and Romeo, I like this. I don't love the shade like I did when I was in the store. I don't really know why, but definitely shade number 4 leans a little bit more yellow than I like personally. I didn't mention this earlier, but the packaging is really nice on this. This is a glass bottle, so it's very nice. I like it a lot so far. I think it looked nice under my eyes. It layered well on my skin with the BB cream from Purito. So far so good with this, but concealer is tricky. You have to really keep testing concealer, and this one makes a lot of claims. Like it has all these treatment properties to it. It has a lot of skincare in it, so I'll have to keep using it and let you know. But my first impression of it is pretty good. The Jouer powder, surprisingly, I liked this. And I don't know why I say surprisingly. I just don't know a lot about Jouer products, but this looked really nice on my skin before we went in with bronzer and blush. I feel like it really did kind of mattify and smooth, but it didn't look heavy at all. And I like it so far. This is the shade Fair, and I'm going to keep using this and let you know, but that is kind of unexpected for me from this video. This is one of my favorite things for sure, the Lancome bronzer in shade number 2. If you are around my skin tone and you like a neutral powder bronzer, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. The formula on this is absolutely stunning. It's very smooth. It's a powder, but it has like a little bit of a creamy texture and finish to it, and it's very blurring. It just looks like it's one with my skin. Like, it doesn't look like I put on bronzer. It just looks like it's naturally there. But this, absolutely beautiful. I also love it on my eyes. This is one of my favorite things that I tried. The Mario blush. I knew I was gonna love this because, like I said, I already own 4 of these. And this is the kind of blush that I love the most of anything, is a very sheer kind of balmy blush. But this shade in Strawberry Sunset is just a perfect poppy kind of warm pink. I love it. They also have one that's a cooler tone. I forget what the name of it is, but it's more of that really viral kind of poppy pink. This one is warmer. Strawberry, I guess, is kind of a good name for it because it does kind of remind me of strawberries. But if you like that dewy, wet, sheer kind of blush formula, you would like these. And okay, the other thing I'm really excited about is this. The under eye powder. I want to see how my under eyes wear today, but this looks really good under my eyes, and I am wondering if this is going to be my new favorite under eye powder, because I've been looking and looking and I feel like I can't find the perfect one, but I really like this. It looks undetectable under my eyes, but my under eyes look smooth. They look set. They're not creasing. I like this so far. All right, so what else did we try? Okay, the eye products. These are not really new to me. The shades are new, but these Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks I think are phenomenal. If you are into shadow sticks, I love this formula. Creamy, very easy to use. You have a lot of playtime, but they do really set on your eyes once they dry down. So I love these. I think you can create a really nice everyday eye look with these that come in the Nordstrom set. Hopefully it's still in stock when this video goes up. I think it should be, hopefully. I know the Nordstrom sale is ending in a few days, but I think it's still going on and it should still be in stock. And then the shadow, or the eyeliner cream shadow stick, I like this. I want to use this on its own, honestly, without anything else. Use a little bit more of it and really smudge it out so you can see a little bit more of the green. But I love the idea of a liner in a shadow stick. I think that's a really nice everyday kind of product, and I like it. It was easy, creamy, very blendable. Definitely recommend. I think there's like 4 or 5 shades of these, but I do really like this green. And then, okay, the lip I also really like, especially the Mario, this product. But like I said, I think I have 10 of these. I love this formula, but I love like a wet, dewy kind of look on my lips. So if you don't like that, you won't like these. These are kind of on the thicker side, and they do have just a little bit of a plumping feeling, but compared to other things, it's very minor. It's not anything that hurts or stings or anything, but they do have a little bit of that plump feeling. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like these, but I love this formula. Love the lip liner from Jones Road. I've never worn this, so I don't know about longevity on this, but it's just a classic wooden lip liner, and it seems like it's a perfect amount of creaminess and waxiness. Sometimes wooden lip liners like this can be a little too creamy, so they really don't last, or they can be a little bit on the dry side, which lasts a little bit better, but they're not super comfortable to apply and wear. This one kind of feels like it's in between, so I'll let you know when I wear this, but I like it so far. And I don't know about this. We'll see how my makeup wears today, but this basically feels like hairspray on your face. So just keep that in mind, but I will say it doesn't hit your face as intensely as you think it does. It's still a fine mister. It's just a lot of mist is coming out at one time. So I don't know about the 36-hour claim, but I'm gonna pay special attention to how my makeup wears today. So we will see, but so far so good with this. So overall, really good group of products. I love filming these videos. They're so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have everything linked as always in the description box and in YouTube shopping for you. If you do click through my links or purchase anything from my links, it does support me and this channel. I do make a commission from that. So thank you so much if you do. And if you don't want to shop through my links, you can always give my video a thumbs up, comment on my video. That's another free way that you can support me, and it really does make a difference. So I always appreciate it when you do. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you again very soon. Remember, simply be you.